My beautiful humans, do you all want to take a look at your week ahead? That's what I'm doing with this pick a card reading. I'm tuning us into any useful information at all that wants to come through for you about your next 7 or so days of your life. I post this reading every week on a Monday, but this reading is for whenever you find it. We're talking about the next 7 or so days, the week from whatever day of the week you're watching it on. All I ask of you all is to do the pick a card thing. I'm going to turn these cards over and show them to you. You do the thing where you feel drawn to one card or the other. Okay, group 1, 5 of Wands. Group 2, 2 of Cups. And group 3, 3 of Wands. Okay, trust the nudge. I have timestamps down below. Head to those. Watch your group for those helpful messages. I'll see you there. Beautiful humans in group 1, you guys are drawn to this 5 of Wands. So let's get going. We're going to look at the overall theme of your week ahead first, like major energy that you'll be working through. So I'm going to get one more card, add it to your 5 of Wands. It is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm hearing the words, there's something difficult for you to go through in order to get what you want, but it is worth it to go through. And there's going to be a charge up in your energy and your tone this week to like follow through on that, to like, I'm hearing the words like deliver the promises that you made to yourself about the kind of life you want to live or what you're going for, or like your project that you're working on, whether this is like big picture or small. It feels like it's important for you. So there's an energy of rising to the occasion of the challenges for the week ahead. I feel like you'll be arguing with and maybe confronting certain parts with this Queen of Pentacles, certain parts of like the order of how it is, like what has become maybe very institutionalized or normalized in your situation. And it's kind of supported through honestly, some of I'm hearing like supported through like gaslighting or like the way that we even like culturally will do that to each other in certain situations, like the culture at a workplace, the culture in our family. Like, I don't know, some families will only, run or keep going if certain lies are kept secret, or certain secrets, are kept, and if you choose to like live in integrity or walk a path of truth, then it like, messes it all up. It feels like you're going to be dealing with something like that, something that's kind of like protecting the order of what is normal or normalized, but it's not exactly good for you. So let's see a little bit more specifically about what is likely to occur. Bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Swords. It says endings, final, closure. Bottom of the deck for me is what is building the energy of your week ahead. So it's like subconscious stuff coming to the surface, as well as it's things that have occurred in the past, recent or long ago. For you all, group 1, I feel as if this week will be marked by things that have occurred probably long ago that are bringing up to the surface to be acknowledged, and for you to kind of like do more about, to tackle taking on something like healing from them or healing them, or choosing your way into something that wouldn't do the same amount of harms that occurred in the past toward you, toward other people. Something like that. I'm also hearing like simplifying the matter at hand. Maybe more specifically for a few of you, group 1, something that occurred in the past was like when somebody tries to confuse another person by making things more complex than they even need to, like creating logic loops and like dancing around with like intelligence or intellect. It's giving me the vibes of like somebody who, I don't know, it's giving me the vibes of a few people that I've known in my life who like, they were in like, I was in college and they were in particular like degree paths for some sciences or engineering. And just in having casual conversation with them, they would use really high level terms. It's also giving me the vibes of like business people at high levels. They'll use acronyms a lot, and like trying to have a conversation with them, it's a little bit like brutal because like you won't know the acronyms or you won't know the high level terms. Something like that, it feels like might have occurred. Something where somebody used their kind of levels of intellect to kind of harm and to put themselves on top. Something like that. Okay, more specifics. We have 2 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands. I think really shortly, really quickly, really soon, if it hasn't already occurred right now, like before you're even watching this video, there's going to be kind of this like obvious choice for other people in your situation that like, this is very specific. They're going to have to choose their way into. There's not really like another option for them. And I feel as if your voice or something that you're doing is kind of like forcing them to realize that. This 2 of Pentacles, it says harmony and balance. And then the 6 of Wands, it says triumph and victory and glory. There's something about you, group 1, this week where, I don't know if you just exist. You probably don't even have to say anything or call anybody out, but if you just exist, you're kind of pushing reality forward to where people who feel like they're in opposition to you for one reason or another. I don't think these are your reasons. I think they're their reasons why they might be in opposition to you. Your very existence is forcing them to come to terms with they can't ignore that they have to get along with you. They have to reach some kind of harmony. And for some reason, they feel like that's your win. So expect them to bristle at this because there's something about how like they don't want you to win. They don't want that to be an outcome because they might have a mindset where if you win, group 1, they lose. It feels bullshitty. It feels like very annoying in the energy. It feels, honestly, as I'm channeling for you all, group 1, it feels tense. Like the energy that I'm channeling, it feels ready for the tension, but that tension feels exhausting to have to put up with. This is like a clear empathy. I'm like sensing these things about your situation. But yeah, really, really soon you're going to notice how just you living as you are in your situation is like energetically kind of pushing on them to support where you're headed and what you're doing because there has to be harmony. Okay, next 2 cards. We have the Devil with desire, obsession, fear, shadow. And then we also have King of Swords with ambition, power, and influence. I feel like this is something like to let you know. Okay. These 2 cards are calling on you to face, I'm channeling these words, they might sound a little bit harsh, but from your guides, calling on you to face reality as it truly is. And that's what's required of you this week. I think that something is going to occur, again, in others outside of you, where they're gonna show a little bit more of who they are and you know, a little bit more of what they're about. And they're going to make it a little bit more overt and obvious, and it's not a pleasant thing to look at. In a lot of ways, I think that you all, group 1, are going to need to face like a little bit more of reality, as in you're not dealing with others outside of you who are being nice or I don't know, it's making me feel like, you know, when we do need to look at the really dark parts of reality or humanity or another person who we were in love with who's just kind of like flipped the switch and then we're like, oh my God, like there's this darkness in them. It's making me feel as if you all, these 2 cards are showing me that something is likely to occur, probably at a very high level, probably like very loud and profound, that's going to show itself to you like that. And your guides are coming through with a challenge for you, group 1. Do look. Do see them for who they are. Do face that challenge inside of you where I feel like that what's going to happen is it's going to bump up against your empathy, your compassion, your heart. It's going to bump up against probably some of your perceptions. I don't know, you might perceive like the world to be like, oh, this is, the hard thing of like, learning that Santa is your parents were always lying to you. They're the ones who ate the cookies and put the presents out. It's like one of those things of like, oh, look, your guides are telling you when this happens, look and see it for what it is. It's not pretty. And like your perceptions might be a little bit shattered and therefore toned a little bit differently moving into the future as a result of this. But with the King of Swords here, it says ambition, power, and influence. I feel as if something is likely to occur where the person or people outside of you are trying to rise to something, like trying to gain this kind of energy, like power, ambition, influence. Your guides are shaking their heads and they're saying like it's not going to occur. They're not going to succeed. Their attempt will show you more of who they are, show you more about them. And therefore, it feels like it's meant to provide you with greater clarity about how you are interacting with them or about how to proceed. Again, face it, is the vibe. There's one more thing your guides want to say, and it's sort of like watch them. The most powerful thing for you all to do, group one, it feels like mental. Be much more in your mental, group one, when this occurs, because you're meant to watch them and watch it. It's very powerful for you to kind of take your heart, keep it safe and secure, but like be very crystal clear with mental perception. Like be a little bit more mental, it's saying. But okay, your next two cards, or your last two of the tarot cards, we have the High Priestess and we also have the Star. This is big. It says secrets, dreams, wisdom, inner voice, spirit world, guiding light, inspiration, faith, hope, miracles, infinite energy. This feels really big and really powerful. At one point during the week, probably after certain things occur, these two cards are showing me, group one, that you will be able to kind of like crystal clear, see a very powerful path forward for you. I keep hearing see the future and it is bright. See the future and it is good for you. See the future and how you will rise. You might come out on top. There's just something about how, as a result of like events going on during the week, there will be one moment where the path forward, a really kind of healing one, probably a really powerful, positive one for you with the Star card energy here. It's going to show the way. You're going to be able to witness it and visualize it and see it. You'll be able to see the future. Like, I'm hearing from your guides with great certainty and great clarity, like not a whole lot of doubt about it. And it's going to be something, again, with the Star card that will include healing. It'll also include like clearing away stuff that isn't right for you, like cleansing. And it'll also include something that is like toward a wish fulfillment for you and also bright. Like potentially, if this tracks group one, something about you shining like to other people in a public kind of a way, if that suits and if that tracks. You genuinely kind of being someone who is a beacon or a star, a star up on stage kind of idea or energy. But okay, that feels huge. But these two cards are showing us what will be there this week to help. We have Summer. I'm hearing the words, the fruits of your labor. For some reason, you guys have a little bit of what could be perceived as a generous bounty in certain kinds of ways, maybe in the material world at this point. And maybe it might not feel like it to you. Maybe you're like, I'm not wealthy or rich, but like there's something about where you are right now and probably how other people perceive what it looks like. What it looks like to you, this card is telling me what it looks like to you, group one, doesn't matter. There's something about, you got something going on in the material world. Other people are going to perceive it as more bountiful maybe than where you are coming from, who you've been in the past. This is going to be there. Just be aware of it. Other people are going to witness kind of your situation in this kind of a way, and they're going to kind of reckon with it. It's there to help you. It's something like integrity. It's something like it's proving something about you. Whether you are aware of that or not, group one, other people are going to see this about your situation, about you. And then to them, it's proving something about how you're on an uptrend. You're doing better, maybe better than them. You don't have to do a whole lot about this. This is just something about you, and other people are going to perceive it. So it's there to help you this week. Just keep doing you. And then your next card is food. Every single one of your health and healthy patterns. This is a little bit more guidance, as well as like these things will be there for you. Everything in this is do experiences, like eating, like how happy this little duty is wearing his green sweater. Like, wear the clothes that suit your physique in a way that when you look in the mirror, you're like, I like this. This feels good. Eat the foods that feel good. Do the habits of experiences, like, splurging on $10 organic food to eat at a bistro outside because it feels good to do something like that. Continue to do those habits throughout the week. They will support you. There's one other thing about clothing. I know I did just say it, but we do want to come through with clarifying it. I started doing this habit personally about like a year or two ago. Like, sometimes I would just put on clothes because I was like, okay, these are the clothes that I should wear this day. And I would feel funky in them. Like, I don't know, maybe I was like PMSing, so I was bloated and I was like, I just fucking hate the way I feel in this and I don't think I look very good or something like that. And I used to just kind of torture myself and like keep myself in that outfit. What I started to do is, even if it's legit wearing the exact same outfit like 2 or 3 or 4 days in a row, I would just like clean it and make sure I have it, and I would change into it because I was like, I feel good when I'm wearing this. Like, and I just made that a priority. I'm not sure if it's fully making sense. You guys probably totally get me, but like, it was a new concept for me. Like, she's just like, I feel good. I'm gonna make sure that whatever clothes I'm putting on my body, I feel good in them no matter what, kind of idea. Do that this week. It'll help. Okay, your last card, group one, is your spirit animal for the week ahead. And you've got otter. That is interesting. I don't think we've had anyone have otter yet since I've been doing these spirit animals from this deck for us. But okay, nice. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment. That is very much what the dude in his favorite green sweater is looking like. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. There's something about, again, you guys have something. You guys have a quality to you that other people just like hate. And it's probably this. You guys got a great kind of inner child innocence kind of vibe going on this week. Something about that. Also, what we were saying about your bounty with the summer card, you probably are very wealthy in this kind of energy right now. When in balance, full of love, needs nothing to bring into balance. Dance party or celebration. I'm gonna put this right there. You do you. All those gorgeous habits. How many of us know that, like, dancing solo in our living quarters can be some of the best, like, therapy. Therapy is the wrong word. You just like dance freely and it can just sometimes feel like the best thing in the world. You guys got this. You genuinely have this week. More than you know, more than you are aware of. You got your fair share of, can I say it? Stupid challenges. But you're a beautiful spirit. And an absolutely beautiful soul, group one. So let's get it. Let's get to this High Priestess star card and let's see more. Let's see more for your future, okay? That's what I have for you. Your guides and I were through. If you liked it, do all the YouTube thumbs up, subscribe. Let us know in the comments. Check out my links below for all of my tarot offerings. I am sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hi, beautiful humans. In group 2, you all were drawn to this Two of Cups. So let's get going with your week ahead messages. I'm getting one more card and we're going to see what's the overall theme for your week ahead, the major energy. Adding to Two of Cups, we have Three of Pentacles. There's something that's going to occur that's going to feel eerily similar, like an experience from the past. It's going to resonate with like that. It's going to resonate with similar tones. There's something that's giving the vibes of your week ahead will kind of be defined by something like it's coming back around, or like kind of here we go again. But with the Three of Pentacles as your second card, group 2, I know that you all will be better prepared for it, can handle it now, can determine your future with a whole lot more mastery. It's genuinely giving me the vibes of something, someone, basically overall an experience cycling its way back around into, I'm hearing like into your aura field, into your energy zone, and you're going to get to work with it. You're going to be able to, I'm hearing these words like support you more, provide for you more through like a very, very similar experience that you've had in the past. It's one of those kinds of things, like it's cycled back around. You've had a very similar experience, probably like a person who you haven't contacted is going to contact you or something like that. Very similar experience, but this go around, you have more options and opportunities. You have more consciousness. You have more power. You have more flexibility. You have, I don't know, you're in a different situation. So it feels as if this week has a whole lot of power and potential behind it, group 2, to be able to determine your future. So whoa, your guides, I just got like really intense, like be aware of that potential. Like it's really important. You can like set your sights higher this week. Like something pretty cool is likely to occur as a result of this. Like things are going to get going faster, smoother, more powerfully, more abundance, more security, stability, support, things like that, you know? We're going to get more specific about all this with the tarot cards I just brought out. Bottom of the deck, we have the Creator, which is an extra card in this deck, and it says the word no. It feels like you all have been incubating for one reason or another. Either, you know, circumstances in the universe led you there. It was in the stars for a retrograde. One reason or another, you kind of turned yourself into a zone of inwardness and went into this kind of creator mode, creatrix mode of being and behavior, and kind of did much more of that, like introspection, self-love, inner regard, you know, doing the as within part of manifestation and self-expression. That's what's building the energy, is that you've been going there, you've been in that for a period of time, for a while. And again, this might be as a result of situations and circumstances just kind of leading you right to there. Okay, first 2 tarot cards. We have the 10 of Pentacles, inheritance, family, property. And then we also have, we also have the 10 of Cups with prosperity, joy, family, again, and contentment. I do have to say that these 2 cards, the power in them are very much like take hold of your future, see it, see that it is fully, this is carrying a, hold on. I feel like this message might sound a little bit disappointing to some of you, but these 2 cards are showing up right here again with that vibration of the frequency of the future. For you all, your guides are coming through more with guidance right now, rather than specificity of things that are likely to occur. Just with these 2 cards, we got more tarot. We'll see more specifics. But they want to come through with a strong urging for you to guide yourself to the future and literally do those playful vibrations of imagining like a very, very like far-fetched superior dream of how great your future could be. Like from where you are at right now, while you're watching this video, while you're paying attention to this reading. Sit down and realize, in terms of resources and in terms of connections, how good could it all be? Imagine your future at like the highest zone that your entire beingness can imagine it. There's something about how you need to hold that frequency inside of you while you go through the week ahead, because it's something about how it'll determine your actions, your choices, your words, the things that you say, to whom, where, and when, which things you purchase and which you don't. This is really kind of manifestationally large, and your guides cannot diminish how important this is. I think that they're again repeating it just very importantly. How big can you get with these energies? 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, like all of us love that when those show up in our lives. Like those as archetypes, those as tarot energies, is like shit ton of great money that'll last. And then 10 of Cups is like ultimate emotional fulfillment and quality connections and relationships that we all kind of like dream about being wealthy in all of the time, if we're not quite there yet, you know? So your guides just again want to be like, focus on that, keep that, because there's something about like guiding light and North Star, something about purpose fulfillment, and your purpose here on earth is to fulfill your promise to you, like the soul version or the earthbound version of you group, to ensure that you live as a thriving mode individual here. Through support, through connections, all that kind of stuff. You have more than enough, bounty of all, okay? Something along those lines. Your next two cards, we have the Chariot, and then we also have the 10 of Swords. It says journey, success, progress, endings, final closure. Yeah. Here I feel like it is giving a little bit more specifics and attitude to who, where, or what we are cluing in on that is coming back around for you. In all of the ways, this is a situation that genuinely ended, let's call it, poorly. Ended is not the correct word because we are talking about something that is cycling back around. Let's just say the last go round had a really, really poor interaction or poor conclusion to it. It wasn't all right. For some reason, there's power behind you right now, and or there's power with the Chariot card represented in the other person or the other aspects of your situation. There's more power, like going through the energy of the entire situation. If this is dealing with a particular individual, just count on them having a lot more energy behind them of knowing who they are. Or I do have to say, it does carry the tone of emotional awareness and emotional awakening, emotional enlightenment, emotional readiness. Right, so you were drawn to the Two of Cups. That is a very relationship card for me. It is also very much a destiny card. So this carries the tone of somebody outside of you, whether it's like a group of people or an institution or just one particular person who it did not go well. It was really tragic, very harmful in a lot of ways. A lot of tears, a lot of like kind of, I don't know, like mental wound, like literally like the kind of mind games where it feels like your brain is being stabbed and you can't figure it out and it's just confusing and it hurts. It's just like, my mind can't figure this one out kind of thing has occurred. But there's something about awakening insight and awareness in the other, and probably in you, because 10 of Swords symbolizes that when we experience things like that truly break our brains, we tend to go right down into our hearts and into the physical a whole lot more. And we exist through there for a period of time, and that carries its own wisdom. That brings us further on our journey through life in certain kinds of ways than our mental tends to do when we're experiencing this level of hurt and harm. So it's coming back around, and it's coming back around in an emotional, like strong fortitude kind of a way. Like count on it being more capable. Don't like, it's the Three of Pentacles was your second card. Like, it's like, don't fully like cater to it. Don't fully like lose all that you've got. I think you guys already know that. Well, we're getting some more cards up here that'll show us a little bit more about like what will be there this week to help you, to provide support and security, structure, stability. Just know that this is what we're talking about, and it will be coming back around through things like conversations, through things like, you know, notifications, like phone calls, messages, emails. I am going to get 2 cards to see a little bit more specifically about that. We do have King of Wands. There's something, and we have Judgment. Okay, there's something about how it is an unavoidable thing in certain kinds of ways, like the vision for the future for all parties involved, you and who and what is outside of you, group 2. Like, we gotta get along. Like, we gotta do this in certain kinds of ways. Like, maybe you guys are linked like functionally, so we have to try, you know, again, and we have to get better at this. Also, you guys might be linked functionally, literally at like the soul contract, soul tie kind of level. I'm doing like right now, my hand is on my heart. I'm doing like a heart, you know, kind of a tie. I'm going to leave these right here. Your last 2 tarot cards. King of Wands. Sorry. I keep almost like shouting. King of Wands is showing up again with honor, standards, wisdom, motivation. And then we also have the 4 of Cups with yearning, disillusion, and boredom. Again, your guides are more coming through with guidance with these last 2 tarot cards. It feels like this whole event or this whole situation is kind of going to eclipse all other smaller issues or experiences that occur throughout the week. We might be seeing some in these cards that I'm about to get. Your main theme is like eclipsing all else this week. So, you know, don't be afraid to lean into what it will require energetically to take part in something like this, like, you know, an experience coming back around for you. This kind of a thing is pulling on everything that we set up here with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Your vision for the future, your wisdom that you've gained by going through what you've gone through, what truly genuinely motivates you, your North Star, and then probably above and beyond all else, maybe more than almost any other thing, is your honor code, your honor system. It is the age of Aquarius. It is our modern times. Like, we are all discovering and deciphering on our own, like, what are our individual top values? Like, what is our personal religion? Like, how do I justify getting my needs met? How do I personally want money to flow to me, through me, and out of me? What's my own individual economy? Like, there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on here, and your guides are like focusing you hella right on that. And with the 4 of Cups, they're giving you confirmation of, like, as far as you are concerned with this matter, you lead like very powerfully and prominently in this situation with that more than anything else. And otherwise, if something is trying to kind of nefariously influence you down a road that does not have those criteria met, like it's not your honor code, it's not motivating to you, it's not based on your standards or your wisdom, you can shut it all down. You can, this 4 of Cups feels like emotional boundaries. It feels like you're dealing with some kind of a situation where before, like, your heartstrings were pulled on and used in certain kinds of ways. This feels like strong emotional boundaries. Like, if you're feeling that emotional pull coming from another person to feel like guilty or provide for them or do the giver kind of a thing, 4 of Cups is here to give you permission to like lock it down. Lock it down. Okay, a whole lot of guidance. This is intense. Okay, these 2 cards that I keep talking about, what will help? We have Wind, communication, information sharing, constant talking. There are the details of the butterfly. Okay, hold on. It feels like you're in a moment in time with this cycling back around to construct potentially. And what's going to occur this week is, what you need to be aware of is the finer details of whether or not enough things have been deconstructed in your situation, like enough things that weren't working have kind of like been able to fall away and fall apart. Like, has that occurred? And also, are we aware of some kind of a potential of a fresh start or a new beginning? I want to say with the Wind card, you all have resources, like, your phone in hand and the internet. You all have resources to be able to research this further, like probably at deeper psychological and intellectual and maybe scientific levels. Like, what is the smart way to handle my relationship? What is the smart way to handle my work situation? Talking with ChatGPT, like talking with a therapist, that's going to be there this week, but more so again, for the third time in your reading group 2, your guides are coming through with the wisdom of guidance. Like, be aware of these two things. Like, has enough been deconstructed? Like the false things, have they been deconstructed? And are we all fully on board and aware of what is required to start constructing the new fresh start and the new beginning? I'm looking at the details, like the fact that these leaves are like almost fall, almost autumn, like the vibes of deconstructing. What wasn't working needs to, kind of calm and soothe. And then the butterfly symbolism, metamorphosis and the new beginnings after a change. Okay, and then we have health. Stick to every single habit that you have acquired so thus far to promote your own personal health. All of them. And then also it feels like kind of maybe physically promote it much more to the individuals involved in your situation, if that is appropriate and when and where it suits. A prime example of this is if you guys are involved in some kind of a daytime meeting for whatever this situation is, and we're discussing, getting lunch ordered in so that we can continue to work on whatever we're working on. This can be you promoting and insisting on you, like whatever everybody is ordering, your meal be your version of what is healthy for you to eat right now. And then in that kind of a way, it feels as if you might like push your presence. Like other people might be like, let's just get the easiest thing. And you're like, no, I require the healthiest thing. Order me the healthiest thing. It feels like almost with this health card, what will be there to help you all group 2 this week is your power, your boundaries. In a lot of ways, this health card feels like you're there to help other people. How do you feel about that? What will be there to help this week? You. I gave one example of how you can kind of like, by holding true to what is healthy for you and sticking by it and not accepting anything less, like almost burdening others to respond to it, is a way to kind of like promote that behavior potentially in other people, but without you being bothered over whether or not they choose to do something healthy. Doesn't matter to you. It matters whether or not your boundaries are respected for your healthy behaviors, Food, exercise, rest, liquids, mental health, ensuring that you have the time for your mental health appointments, anything that vibes with health. Okay, your last card, this is your spirit animal for the week ahead. It is Unicorn. Unicorn came out for one of the groups last week, and it is third eye chakra energy. Where are we here? Forgive one moment. Don't go anywhere. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. This feels like a strong, powerful week for you guys. I don't know. It feels like the kind of, I'm going to read this. Feels like the kind of higher wisdom or divinity that we can experience by being as fully right here, right now, present in our human lives in the third dimension in our human form as is totally possible, Some of the most profound spiritual work happens when we're living our lives, not like transcending and doing our macabres and, kind of like remote viewing. Right here, right now is your week ahead. Okay, it's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is, we wonder where our intuition comes from, and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power, and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. Your judgment card that came out when I got the extra cards, there's something going on. I have to let you guys know, group 2. I tend to speak to a very spiritually conscious group here on this channel. I read for you guys. Just know that in the energy outside of you, they're supported with this kind of energy this week. Whoever and whatever it is, they're having their own kind of a version that you will find slightly familiar in certain kinds of ways of consciousness rising, being woken up. And it always happens in these simplest ways. Like, count on their curiosity being there this week. Just got to say that. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. Well, that's pretty cool. Again, I feel as if the unicorn card, again, is speaking to the others in your situation. And again, I just want to say, I know you all are quite the unicorns already, which is why you like tarot. But okay, that's what we have for you. Your guides and I are through with your week ahead. This felt significant and deep. Let's go there. Let's do it. Let's get it. If you like this reading, thumbs up, subscribe. Always let us know in the comments. Share all those beautiful YouTube things. I have a bunch of links below for my tarot offerings. Otherwise, I'm sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. Whoa, I needed a breath. I love you. Beautiful humans in group 3, how are we doing? You all were drawn to the 3 of Wands, so let's get into it. Your week ahead. Let's add one more card to your 3 of Wands from this deck, and we'll see what's the major theme of your week ahead. It's the 6 of Wands. Okay. It's more so first I heard you're going to be able to see the horizon, visualize the horizon, but it's more than that. You're going to have an awareness of steps up that you can take. Like in your 3 of Wands, the little ships that are, in the water, this froggy sitting on the cliff kind of a thing. It's almost as if there might be several things that occur this week, group 3, that are the equivalent of actually getting on 1 or 2 or 3 of those ships and them taking you further on your journey. The journey continues throughout the week, and it's your journey. Like, you all, group 3, know the path that you're on right now, where you are intending to head, what it is that you're dealing with, the climate of your life and your choices, what you're choosing your way into right now. This 6 of Wands, I feel as things this week occur, you're going to feel an extremely generous amount of optimism. I said that strange. Optimism and like really high levels of extraordinarily positive energy or vibes. I want to say that group 3, this might be just coursing through you, probably as a result of the reality outside of you kind of picking up momentum, like in the way that you want it to. It feels like, if I can get a really, really nuanced and nerdy and sensitive, it honestly feels like something like what the sensation of power would organically feel like. Like, if we don't even think about, like, oftentimes, I don't know, we all think about power a whole lot. We all talk about who has power and who doesn't. But when it rises up naturally inside of us as something like a sensation, I don't know, this is kind of the first time that I'm ever, me, Erica, your tarot reader, this is something I'm channeling. I don't really know. I'm like, have I felt this? It's getting a little bit confusing for me because I'm channeling something that I don't have direct personal experience with. So, I do have experience with like gratitude welling up in me organically, not me with my thoughts being like, what am I grateful for? Making the gratitude list. That feels like, a top down kind of a thing, like from outside inside. Throughout the week, you guys are gonna feel, let's just call it organic power mode. I don't know a whole lot more about that. We'll see. Maybe I'll experience it in the future and then I can talk more wisely and personally about it. But let's get more specific about things that are likely to occur. It's going to be a hella positive week. The energies, the vibe, the mode that you're in, group 3, is going to reward you quite a bit with the external world kind of being there to resource you. You're going to make some wise choices and wise decisions that will lead you to like, oh, I really see that this is happening. It's actually coming together. I'm on a path toward victory. Okay, so this is really cool. Bottom of the deck energy, we have Queen of Cups, and it says intuition, compassion, and creativity. Have you guys set your sights on determining your path forward in much more of this kind of intuitive alignment mode where you are being like very sensitive and you are paying attention to things like nuance, like genuinely what I just picked up on where I felt a little bit awkward because I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Like Erica in the back of my mind as the words flow through me that aren't really my own, but they're using my voice, channeling. Yeah, this Queen of Cups, you guys have gone like next level intuitive, next level psychic, next level with your sensitivities. And there's something about you're right here, right now. So it's like I'm on a, I don't know, whoa, I'm quoting Blues Brothers. I'm on a mission from God kind of idea, but you're doing it in a particularly more sensitized, emotive tone. Anyway, let's see a little bit more about things that are likely to occur. King of Cups, charismatic, warm-hearted, intuitive, empathetic. And then we have the Devil, desire, obsession, fear, and shadow. This is coming from someone. There's someone in your life who you have the expectation of much more of the devil kind of energy. It might be something that they are personally dealing with, and so then that's causing or creating some kind of conflict between them with you. There's something that is likely to occur. I'm gonna get 2 more cards just to get more specifics about this. Yeah, there's something that is likely to occur to kind of transition that form of energy between you two. I feel this person kind of leveling up in their care for themselves and others in newly more big picture harmonious, like we're all connected kind of ways. I don't know, either this person that you're dealing with is on like a self-love journey of some sort, and so then they're realizing that they need to kind of like pull back their energy from whatever is creating kind of chaos or antagonism or negativity in their lives, and that's why they're doing better. Or this person is finally kind of opening up their hearts and they're realizing, oh wow, my actions are really negatively impacting others, blah, blah, blah. And so then, they're gonna go more toward heart space regardless. Let's see a little bit more specifics. We have 8 of Wands and then we have the High Priestess. And I'm hearing the words, the challenges of coming to you and or coming through for you. This week, from this energy outside of you, this person more likely, they are actually going to be rising to the call with their awareness. Expect some form of positive contact, positive scenarios, positive, inclusive kind of vibes of energy and situations with whoever this is. In order to come all the way to you, what I'm seeing with the High Priestess and the 8 of Wands, it kind of requires this out of them. Like they have to love themselves more. They have to be more emotionally mature and level up emotionally. King of Cups. They have to go there. They have to be more empathetic. They have to realize that. This week, there will be things that occur throughout the week to show you that that is likely, that is possible, that is actually genuinely occurring. I don't know, it feels like I'm hearing the words like take it slow. Like take it slowly with them. Don't just kind of like completely jump on board their boat if they are one of the boats. It's kind of like maybe test it out in the harbor for a moment or two, using that as a metaphor. Okay, your next two tarot, we have the Hermit with healing, solitude, inner work, and then we have Page of Swords with curiosity, intelligence, charm, ambition. There's something that's going to be, I'm hearing the words corresponding with you, replying to you, reaching out to you in certain kinds of ways. In a lot of ways, I feel like at least energetically, you all group 3 have put the feelers out, like for certain kinds of things, and you're waiting to hear back. It's almost like you have several fishing lines like out in the water right now, and you're waiting if any single one of them gets a bite. It's giving me those kinds of vibes. And again, this might be energetically or in reality, like if you got yourself on like dating sites or dating apps, or this is a job hunt, whatever that is, expect positive outcomes. In the metaphor of the fishing lines or whatever, expect more than one bite. It will occur. More than likely, it's not going to be like, well, let's see what these two cards are. With these two alone, I feel like you're going to be having exchanges and interactions that are quite opening, quite positive, as in like, oh, look, it's actually happening. Like I put the feelers out and there's something there, kind of a vibe. With the Hermit card, this is something that is very, very true to who you are, very genuine to selfhood. Like it matters to you to do whatever you are doing that is like this right now, group 3. It matters to you to do it well. It matters to you also to kind of like efficiently communicate. I'm hearing like succinct words. So keep going with that vibe, keep going with these interactions, because I feel like more is to come through them from there. Again, your major theme was the vibe of you can like visualize, you can even see the horizon, and you can sort of start to go on the journey a little bit further, like moment to moment, likely through 1 or 2 or 3 of whatever these are, like potential dates or potential interviews or something like that. Or clients, honestly, if you guys are doing business in that kind of a way. Okay, your last two of the tarot, we have Wheel of Fortune, and it says karma, destiny. And it repeats that over and over. And then we have the Page of Wands with good news. Come on, okay. I held off. I was gonna say like, so far with just these two cards, there isn't gonna be like anything that's like a conclusion of greatness, oh, this one is gonna work out, or like, oh, your one, fishing pole in line is gonna catch, a big fish. What these two cards are showing me is that with a little bit of drive and initiative and courage through you, group 3, one or several things are going to go really smoothly, really positively. For quite a few of you, you're going to have a very positive boost to your finances this week, genuinely, and I'm hearing also the word generously. It's going to take shape probably later in the week, so expect that. Maybe monitor it throughout the week. Also, with the Page of Wands, do have that pluck of courage to initiate and to respond quickly or respond well. Do take it on. Do have the courage to reach out to a person, or maybe a type of person that you normally wouldn't. Like if you have avoidant tendencies or receptive mode on when it comes to relationships, this is the energy of positivity in relationships will be there for you if you take on the job of, I suppose, facing rejection, or, potentially somebody thinking that you're like chasing them or something like that. But overall, these are extremely the positive vibes that I was already seeing. Toward the end of the week, this is like kind of a huge level up for you guys, group 3. Like in terms of energy, it's a step up on your journey. Toward the end of the week, something extremely positive will occur to you energetically. I want to say, group 3, your guides are making sure that I put this into big picture perspective. We're tuning into 1 week of time, group 3. So more than likely, a whole lot more is going to occur if we tuned into, months and years. This week, it'll feel pretty good. I feel like there's going to be a whole lot more to come in the weeks to come. And if you compare this boost, that we're talking about here with the Wheel of Fortune and the good news with this Page of Wands, if you compare this boost to like the weeks to come, it won't look like that much. but do take on that energy tone. What was the weird stuff that we were saying? Like the sensitive, organic feeling of power and how good it feels. Like you can make something happen in physical reality. Like your will can be enacted in the material world. I don't know, you're going to be gaining a sense of like, I can actually choose my way into this and accomplish it. I keep getting a flash that for some of you, this is like a weight loss journey, or the energy of stepping on the scale and seeing the numbers that make you feel really good. And also there's that added value of like, you're not just chasing the numbers, you feel healthy and whole and good inside. There's this energy of like, you're intending something, you're on a journey and you're doing the things to make it occur. Toward the end of the week, you're going to do a thing where you're going to have like proof of concept, and it will occur at some level. Like if you're on a healthy weight loss, just a health journey in general, weight loss is a part of it. You'll step on the scale and it won't be like dramatic numbers. It'll be the appropriate numbers that, like, you know, experts and nutritionists have agreed are like the healthy process of losing weight. But okay, I have 2 cards here. This is what will be there to help you this week. We have the Wild, physical exercise, physical movement, and I'm also hearing the words ambition. Intriguingly enough, I'm hearing other people's ambition to come towards you, to be a part of your world, your reality, what it is that you are doing. That will be there to support you. In the example of a health journey, that would be whomever and whatever and wherever you are utilizing to support you on that weight loss journey. Like if you got a personal trainer, if you have your gym or something like that, those things are going to be there to support and help you. That's a part of this Wild card, is like stuff coming towards you because it wants to engage with you. It has ambition to do so. People as well, okay? Energies, let's just call it that. But on top of that, immediately the Wild card was like, get out there, probably out in the wild, but at the least, there's a recommendation. This is guidance coming through in this card. What will be there to support you, group 3, is wildness in physical movement. Like kind of move your body in maybe physically less controlled kinds of ways and get wild with it. Like don't do I keep seeing like a whole lot of examples. Like don't do a trail run where you're like perfect form while I run outside. You know, it's much more of a like flail your arms, like sprint a little at this stretch, walk a little at this one. It feels like the more chaotic and free and physically exhausting your physical movements can be this week, the better it will be for you. Always be careful. I am a tarot reader, not somebody who knows your physical situation, but do that in whatever ways come through for you. Like honestly, I'm keeping it PG, but we can go like kind of PG-13 and rated R with what we're talking about here as well. That will really support you. Okay, and then we have We Are All Connected. I have to say that throughout all 3 of your specific events that we tuned into, group 3 are all speaking to hella quality interconnectedness and hella quality connections. Keep going with your sensitive efforts with your Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Keep going with your psychic maneuvers and keep going with that, you know, you're weaving the web of life that you would like to co-create while also paying attention to the connections that currently exist. All of your powerful process that you're already aware of, your tarot readings that you tune into, I will be there to support you with more readings throughout the week. And if you want even more, I'm on TikTok, so check that out. But all forms of communication feel as if they're going to be running very smoothly, including like not making like hella huge kind of tone or typo errors in like your texts or your emails or something like that. It's giving me the vibes also of when you reach out for someone or somewhere, it's going to like, they're going to pick up the phone or they're going to be there. Like if you head to some kind of main office and you face the receptionist, they're going to be like, oh yes, you can meet with this person immediately. And you're going to be like, shit, yeah. That kind of vibe is going to be there this week. Okay, group 3. Your last card is your spirit animal for the week ahead. And come on, I'm a little bit blown away at how similar this is to the Wheel of Fortune card. It is the Sea Serpent card, which is one of the chakras, but I forget which one. It's the sacral. Why couldn't I say that? Okay. Healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. You are doing this in that kind of a way. The Queen of Cups, Five of Cups. Oh, I'm good at this. Well, we are your guides. I'm never doing this alone. I just open up. Yeah, so you're doing this in an emotive, kind of sensitive kind of a way. So this expressing desires, thy will shall be done. Group 3, because you are choosing to, manifest in this kind of a way. Okay, the Sea Serpent represents do we want the sun or no? I don't know. It's a weird moment in the morning. Okay, the Sea Serpent represents the energy of expression. That's all week for you all. Coming towards you, you going to it. Yeah. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire, the Sea Serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. It feels so healthy for you guys, I swear. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. That's what I swear I said with your wild card. It's a little bit, we can go higher levels of PG. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the Sea Serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. I kind of want to say, raise your hand if you really know what that feels like, if you've been there. I'm raising my hand. Muddy waters, I get it. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the Sea Serpent loves us just the same. Self-love. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. Okay, well, I'm gonna go take a pause. I'm done with your reading, but I want to go cry at this. These last sentences. Oh, my heart hurts with that, but okay. That's your reading, Group 3. How do we feel? I hope really, really good, but genuinely I'm looking forward to whatever that organic sensation of power feels like to you all, and hopefully I'll experience it pretty soon so that I can talk better about it. I can support the messages better that want to come through for us. But okay, subscribe, comment below, share. You know to do those YouTube things, and then links below for all my tarot offerings. I am sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hi. Again, you guys are here because you want to know about the decks that I use. So here they are. And of course, I'm showing them to you in the order that I use them in your reading. And then this is the pocket size of the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck. But okay, I love you guys. Bye. Wait, is this pretty? Well, I can see the sparkles. Anyway, no, the light isn't doing it quite yet.